Big game tonight for the Siena Saints. Head coach Jimmy Patsos joining us right now. Dunk City. It's not cool anymore. Producer Wood said
cool. I know. No, look, it's been around, but I'll tell you what, it's hard to get an ideology or an image as a mid-major. You know, the Shockers of Wichita State are great. Gonzaga's turned into a national powerhouse. There's Xavier's. There's Siena basketball. We were in Charleston. We had a couple, 300-400 people in the stands easy. People around town know who Siena is. But what they've done down there at Florida Gulf Coast, besides being good, but having an ideology of Dunk City for this, like, it's the running Rebels, but people know it, you know, it's right. Really, so they've done a good job. So John Dargenio and I talked 2 years ago and said, let's play them. We went down there first, and they're coming here, and I hope people come out. They're really good. They got one of the best backcourts in the country, number 5 Johnson and 0 Goodwin. They had 48 points in their opener. But Jay Billis has them. Seth Greenberg has one of the top 5 backcourts no one knows about. They're really good. They went to the NCAA last year. They're probably going to go this year. But you got to have these good games for the fans, and plus it tests our players. Do they test the alley-oops and everything in practice? Is it like, once you have that moniker, do they have to live up to that, or will this team try to do that all night long? That's a good question. I think they do, but not as much as you think, because Andy Enfield, their coach, left. I played against Andy in college. He was at Johns Hopkins. I was at Catholic. Andy was more the dunk, throw, lobs. He's now at USC. That's why the Trojans are good. Joe Dooley is more of a fast break Kansas-type guy. They don't throw as many alley-oops. They're not as much, per se, Dunk City, although they carry that moniker. But Joe Dooley was Bill Self's assistant for several years and played at GW. He's a very good coach. I won't be surprised if this is the last year Joe Dooley's at Florida Gulf Coast, because they went to the NCAA last year, and he's picked to win the league this year. They just beat Illinois State, and they've got 3 seniors who starred, and et cetera. But this guy, number 31, Mercurio, off the bench, watch out for him. He had 4 threes last game. He's kind of their X factor. They got a big guy, Ricky Doyle. He transferred. He started at Michigan. He's a big guy, big white guy, like 6'9", but skilled, you know, B-lines guys. He can shoot it more than you think. And they got a dirty guy, Carlisle, who kind of plays the 4 side, and they got a lefty shooter, Christian Terrell. But it's about number 0 Goodwin and number 5 Zach Johnson. Come watch them play. They're going to drive the ball more. Charlotte took a little more threes. These guys are going to drive the ball a little more. Coach Patsos with us right now. All right, you're sitting here selling Florida Gulf Coast to me. How does Siena... No, I'm saying Siena's in the same. Okay, they just have a. No. I'm being serious. Like, everybody knows Iona runs and guns. Right. Bucknell's trying to do it a little in the Patriot League. You know, Vermont yesterday, and Albany's the same. No disrespect, they're both good, but Vermont. It's just there's certain mid-major programs that carry swagger. Siena just carried that down to College of Charleston. Make no mistake about it. Yeah, that was a fantastic outing for you guys. I'm saying we've been doing that for 30 years. Right. People know who we are more than most programs in our league, whether Monmouth's new or I'm not casting aspersions, but people know Florida Gulf Coast and the Dunk City thing and the beating Georgetown. The same way they know Siena's onions because we beat Ohio State and played Louisville and into the last minute of the game. These aren't easy things to establish as a mid-major program, so you've got to give them credit. I already gave us credit. We play in an arena. Come see us play. We got Nico Clarith, Khalil Richards is playing well. Prince Adura is a really good young big man. Evan Fisher's playing with great energy. I'd come all year. We're also playing Saturday after Thanksgiving at 2 p.m. against Hofstra. But it's really hard to get a moniker or an image from that's a household name. And Florida Gulf Coast with Dunk City did it, so we brought them here for part of that reason. How do you beat Dunk City? You got to keep them out of the paint. It's easy. It's right on my folder, you guys. There's no secrets with me. It's written in purple ink, win the war in the paint. You know, because I took it right off the highlighter board. I have a pen and I wrote things down, but I took it off the whiteboard and totally wrote it on. I said to our team, you got to win the war of the paint. You got to keep them out of the paint. They're going to try to get to the free throw line in the basket, stay in front of the guards, and then everyone has to rebound, and then we can run on them. It's going to be a really good game. We started slow down there last year. We had a great crowd. We had a great crowd down there last year. And now they're coming back here. But we have to keep it close early and then play a tight game. One thing I'm proud about our guys is they battled for 40 minutes, then 5 more against College of Charleston. It's going to take a while for this young team. We're going to be patient. We're really positive. We want to win, but we're looking at grateful for what we have and for all the good we did down there, but we lost. We want to win a game. This would be a tremendous win. I think they're number 5 in the mid-major poll. Let's get that College of Charleston game back into it. Was 1 or 2 players in particular standing out to you in that game? Yeah, we went under the screen. Like tonight, you got to go over the screen. Kentucky did it yesterday. You can't lose shooters. We went under the screen. They hit a big 3. They made a shot to tie it. I mean, they made a shot to go up 1. The guy shot fake. Nico flew at him. Nico did a good job. Shot fake, 1 sidestep dribble. He made it. He's a senior 6th man for him. Khalil was really good. But we had too many turnovers, and we had a couple turnovers late. We had a couple bad decision turnovers. A lot of our turnovers were like panic turnovers. There was 5,000 people. It was really crowded, new players. But at the end, Shivers charged. We should have kicked it out for an easy shot. And then they hit a 3 to go up 1. And then we didn't throw the ball inside. I thought we could have got a better look than we got. We're learning as we go. We're learning on the fly. But the overtime, they kind of got the lead, and we went under their screen again. I want to go over the screens. Ball screening's big, whether you're playing man or zone. Over the screens to protect against shooters. This team, hopefully they're not listening, we may go under more screens because we want to stop the drive. I'm trying to learn a lot about 2-3 zone from watching videotape of Syracuse. They're always excellent. Long, the back guys get up there. But sometimes they contest threes. Sometimes they let you shoot threes and then you stop the drive. You have to adjust to these things. But College of Charleston, there's really not much more we could have done. They just made a few shots and we missed a couple and it was overtime, and Nico and Shivers can't commit silly fouls. You have to learn to play with 4 fouls. It's not, I can say, hey, I should have subbed. I did sub. But sometimes you have to play with 4 fouls. We're learning. It's going to be a learning year.
See, that's why there's, we've spoken enough now that I think I've got a read on you, Coach Patsos. This team that we're seeing on the court right now is good, but you've got real high hopes for where they're going to be come tournament time.
Yeah, hey, it could be a 2-year window. I know nobody wants to hear that. We don't lose anybody. We don't expect to lose anybody. Prince is a freshman. Jordan Horn made a bucket down 2 with 7 seconds left. Didn't panic. Got the guy to go for a 3, laid it in. A big guy tried to block it. That's really good. My question is, who's going to be our 6th, 7th, and 8th man? Khalil Richards is enjoying playing a lot. Evan Fisher and Khalil Richards have been here, but they didn't get to play last year. Sammy Friday's enjoying playing. Shivers and Nico's are really unexperienced. Can Roman Penn bounce back? He's kind of hit a little wall. He's playing against point guard. Point guards at the mid-major is a really tough matchup. But Prince Aduro is going to be better and better and better. Can Herter do the little things, get rebounds and not turn it over and stuff like that? We're looking for some solid guys. And it's going to be a 7 or 8 game period. Of course, I want to straighten it out by the MAC. It's all about the MAC. It's about the MAC. We have to get ourselves a little better. But competing and having fun and loving each other. This team loves each other. They really get along well. They went through the dorms and gave out pizza. Our fan, we need our couple hundred students down here. But our fans are great. But Siena's a national name for mid-major. Right. I am very grateful for that. I know the reason I went to TNT or CBS, or the reason a lot of things we get involved with there, because they want the Siena coach, not just regional, national. But Dunk City's got that going too. Our players have to earn that right. They kind of get it because they're at Siena, but I keep telling them the bad news is there's an X on your back and you better protect it, but you better earn your right to be a Siena basketball player. They did. They played really hard and had a great attitude. That's all I want.
Make sure to check them out tonight. Times Union Center tip-off set for 7 o'clock. Yeah. Take us through your schedule now. What's it like leading up to tip-off for you?
Well, for me, that's a good question. We did a little country station this morning. He was good in your building. That was very good. I like that. We're trying to get because 3 of my assistants are big country western fans. 3 of my players are, because changing world, you got to market. Yeah. Then we got to get ready. We had a staff meeting, and then I had a meeting with John D'Argenio and the entire athletic department because we meet once a month. This is why coaching's changing. I don't just do basketball. Like last night, we watched videotape. We went to the dorms. Today, more meetings. But then shoot around at 12 o'clock is important. 12 to 12:40, we shoot. We eat pasta, wraps. Watch the second half of Illinois State. First, we start with clip tapes, which is tapes of personnel, like your highlights. And watch your highlights. Then I want to watch your show. Now we watch 10 minutes of straight game because you see different stuff. And then they'll take a nap, and at 5:40 we'll take off, and we'll be here, a little before that, really. 5:40 means 5:32 in coaching.
Right.
We'll be down here. We're going to shoot, and then we'll play at 7. And my thing will be I'll be back here. I have to do another thing. Ed Louie, Mark Bardak, and Ed Louie, they got us doing a lot of promotions. Coaching's not all coaching anymore. It's recruiting, it's coaching, it's promoting. That's okay. You have to have your game plan. But I want the players to play. I'm going to let the players play. I was calmer the last couple of years than I've ever been, but this year it's more like we're teaching and we're talking, and you guys have to play the games. I can't play the games for you. I'll get a little emotional if you want, but you can only reach in that bag once or twice a year.
Especially now, it almost seems like they're almost daring you to step out of the box. It's
a new rule. That was a little. I'm glad it was a little silly thing and a miscommunication. And the NCAA is constantly changing and evolving in their rules. This year they've extended the box further, but they don't want you on the court, and that's okay. But the players have to play. In other words, this is like their time to play the game. I'll get them. If you're not excited about playing, when you walk into this arena and see our great fans and wearing Under Armour and playing against a really, really high-ranked team, then you have to wonder why you're not excited to play. And I want to keep finding guys that are excited to play. Kadeem Smitten is playing because of pure passion and energy. Doesn't mean he's not a good player, but that's the reason he's starting.
That's the tiebreak.
Yeah, it just puts him over the edge. He cares so much. He dives on the floor. He's great in the huddle. I'm going to reward that. You know, look, we've all grinded at this table. We weren't hearing. I don't see Bob Costas and Dan Rather over here. So, you better grind and do your work. Well, I'm the same way. I'm not exactly John Wooden. So I want the players to understand wherever you want to do, whether it's your job or my job, you have to grind and earn it and do the dirty work.
All right, there's a job opening, and you happen to know the guy who's going to hire for it. I see you waving your Yankee pen. What are you hearing? Who's Cash bringing in?
I didn't hear anything yet.
Not yet?
Look, I want somebody. I said CC Sabathia jokingly because now you don't have to pay. You can pay him as a manager. It doesn't count against the cap.
Right, and he's only pitching every fifth or sixth day.
Because he seems the players like him. He's got a great Latin presence. Because you got to be a diverse situation down there in baseball, and I think knows the game really well. My friend Pete Durr, our director of op, he's still doing his Alex Cora dance every morning to start. I don't know. I think I don't mind the David Cohn thing out of the box. Thompson's really I'm just, if you kept Thompson, you could have a player manager, all kidding aside, because he's been there for 15 years. But who's your pitching coach? I think he's going to stay.
Right.
Hitting coach is already gone, right?
Right.
So I don't know, who he brings in next. I don't know. I liked Ralph. I ranked Ibanez. I thought that was kind of a cool name.
They're saying Carlos Beltran might be on the short list now that he's retired.
He's always liked him.
Yeah.
He's got his ring. Who knows what makes it go? Dave Roberts didn't coach Little League baseball, and now he's the manager of the Dodgers. In other words, baseball seems like that sport that you can move over.
Right.
So whoever he hires, I'm fully supportive. I got a nice text. Good luck against Charleston. Tough loss. Followed the score. We will talk after Thanksgiving. That means he's not talking to me until he gets somebody hired.
So how soon will you know? Will you know before we know?
No, I won't. No.
You sure?
I don't mess around with him.
I know. Well, you can tell me you're not going to tell me, but you'll know before we know, won't you?
Will you tell us if you find out?
If I tell him, Goz and Levack, I'll tell him. I'm not telling Roger and Honorado. Roger will use my information to get a free dinner at Delmonico's and not invite me.
Coach Jimmy Patsos, it's a big game tonight. We know you just said you're super busy. I'd feel bad keeping you any longer than we already have.
No, thanks, but I'm just telling you, if you're going to bring your kids or you're thinking about a game, this is one. But also this Saturday at Hofstra, Joe Mahala plays up and down Hofstra, really good program. And it's Saturday at 2 o'clock, so that's another one you can plan for because you don't want to be around the family anymore by Saturday.
Oh, no. I mean, my families want to be around me now. Why do you think I'm here all the time?
So thanks, but it's a great atmosphere, and this team's going to get better, and we're going to play a tough schedule. But it's about the league, and we have a chance. I'll tell you what, we have Sammy Friday. Keep working, Sammy.
Yeah.
Thanks.